For the fact that most evidences are being swept under the carpet in Nigeria, that does not mean that those evidences does not exist. Severally, one person's name keep appearing in regard to the real father of Liam, Mohbad claimed son. Not once, not twice, our able journalist and a doctor who lived abroad, Dr. Kemi Zxpose, had always said, according to our own investigation, that Wunmi's boyfriend is responsible for Mohbad dying and is also the real father of Liam. I know someone would love to ask, how did this woman got to know all this? Did Wunmi ever told anyone she's having anything to do with the king? No worries, everything will be explained vividly as we follow this very video to the end. But before then, if you are new in this particular channel, please hit on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel Wonders TV. Turn on the bell icon to get notified on time whenever I publish a new video. And for my returning subscribers and those who always watch my videos, I'm always grateful. Thank you for all you do. At this moment, let's just go straight into the main video.
I am the only journalist that actually investigated the case and solved it. The fact that the police has not acknowledged my investigation does not mean it didn't happen. We're in a country where powerful, rich people can hinder investigations. And your name came up. Anytime a public figure comes up in my investigations, I'm Dr. Kemi Zxpose, Oba Saheed Ademola Elegushi. This message is for you. I made a video yesterday, and I also made a post with regarding Mohbad's son Liam. And I think you need to see this coming directly from my mouth. Oba Elegushi, the post I made was to clarify some things I'm writing about in a book about Mohbad's death. I am the only journalist that actually investigated the case and solved it. The fact that the police has not acknowledged my investigation does not mean it didn't happen. We're in a country where powerful, rich people can hinder investigations. And your name came up. Anytime a public figure comes up in my investigations, I let it be known. What I posted was 5 screenshots from Nigerian newspapers that show in the case, meaning that you petitioned the police to call in Joseph Aloba, Mohbad's father, into the police station for questioning. When Mohbad's father met with you and the police, it took about 48 hours. Am I correct? The that was discussed in that meeting was not made public. And that's the police prerogative. A lot of people were wondering whether Mohbad's father will be arrested. He wasn't detained. He was let go. He went home and came back the next day. That's what I was told. However, why was he called into the police? Because he said the word Alelupa Mohbad, something of the sort, Alelupa Mohbad. In other words, whoever Wunmi was dating killed Mohbad. Was he referring to you? Yes or no? You invited him via a police petition. 2 young men said you fathered Liam. You arrested them both. I don't know the status of that arrest and the prison and the courts and all. But the third thing I want to tell you is I hope you know clearly that in 2023, Gist Lover posted that Wunmi Adebanjo was pregnant for a king, which happened accidentally after a hookup. And Gist Lover, being who they are over there, quickly deleted it within 3 minutes. We saw it. And Gist Lover is Yabojo and Tontokike. And I hope you know that. Oba Saheed Elegushi. All I did was posted an update. I'm doing a review of the case I investigated. My case is on IJ Mohbad. If you take that hashtag IJ Mohbad and click it on any social media whatsoever, Facebook, X, YouTube, anywhere you click IJ Mohbad, you'll see my work. There's nothing to hide. I'm very exclusive and very, very, very important in this investigation because I was the only journalist that touched it. Everybody ran away from it. Oriyomi Hamzat, Brekete, Sahara, Premium Times, every station. And they know the reason, and I know the reason, and you know the reason. And the police knows the reason. At the end of the day, my work is done. I'm just writing a book. It might be a film. It might be a Netflix thing. It might be, I don't know. But right now, journalists write stories about their work. Journalism is a rough draft of history. I'm writing a story called I.J. Mobad, and it is one of my most difficult investigations. I've solved 17 murders. At 61 years old, I solved 13 in Canada, 4 in America. You saw what the Canadian police wrote. Toronto police said Kemi has helped us with several cases. Cases we wouldn't have information for. She helped us solve those cases, not only in Toronto, but in other jurisdictions. That was told to the Toronto Sun, and the screenshot is still around. I love solving murders. I was trained to. And Mobad was killed, and that was the subject. For those who came to my page on Facebook to say, you this stupid, hypocrite, fake news woman, you've taken down the post on Obaile fathering Liam, right? I was wondering what they were talking about. I didn't take down any post. Facebook took down the post. Because somehow overnight, while I was asleep, people flagged the post for bullying and harassment. I'm not scared of anybody. So everybody watching this, if you flag my post and they take it out for bullying and harassment, it doesn't kill me. I've told the truth, the message has gotten out. But in my post, I didn't say anything about that king fathering that child. Because most of you are stupid. You don't have any sense of comprehension. English comprehension is the worst in Nigeria. That post was put up because I was doing a review of the case. IJ Mobad Review. A hashtag that I created when VDM got involved. Because it was a chunk of my book that would have gone without meaning. VDM found a group chat on WhatsApp where Iyabo Tonto and everybody else there were discussing how they're going to make money off Mobad's case and down Naira Marley. WhatsApp is not our goal, Tonto. Justice for Mobad is a distraction. I'm just trying to be a new grandmother, Iyabo. None of them were for that. Dre DMW showing up at the house before what? Isn't this all the stuff I told you about? 2 million for hair they bought and body parts of Mobad. We know what's going on. But as for you about Ademola Saheed Elegushi, I didn't accuse you of fathering Liam. I mentioned your name where it needed to be mentioned. People accused you of it. So whoever flagged my videos, okay, may God destroy all your work as well. Amen. Because Facebook has now shadow banned me for videos. Do you know how much of my income comes from my videos? Do you know how much I make from my videos on Facebook? Considering that TikTok is not monetized in Africa at all, and I'm always traveling within Africa and other countries. Depends on the country I am. When I was in Moscow, I couldn't even monetize anything on Facebook because of the sanctions. So by you flagging my post and they took it down, Facebook shadow banned me for videos. Like almost 3 months. That's a long time. So if you follow me on Facebook, that's my main office. And you don't see videos there anymore, just go to my YouTube page. YouTube, Dr. Kemi Olunloyo search. That's where all my videos will be. Well, I guess I'm going to get new followers on YouTube, right? Make sure you subscribe and click the bell for notifications. When you cut my video revenue into half, it becomes a problem because I don't make money on TikTok on views. I'm not in any of the views countries. US, UK, France, Italy, Germany, Japan, Brazil, unless I happen to be in there at the time, but they still don't monetize it because you don't live there. So I wanted everybody to know this. Okay, Oba Saheed Elegushi, I did not say in anything in my posts. Okay, and that post is actually on TikTok and also YouTube. You can see that post. I didn't say anything about him fathering fathering Liam. I don't know who Liam was fathered by, but it was not Mobad. Mobad did not father Liam. Only the intelligent can understand what I just said. How do you know who fathered Liam? Everybody Wunmi slept with has to have a DNA test. That may not happen because she was doing hookups with different people. Politicians, people in the industry, kings, businessmen, name it. Iyabo pimped her to everybody. You can't stop the truth. Kemi Olunloyo is loved for the truth, and she's also hated for the truth. Mohbad didn't father Liam. I just want to make sure everybody understands why, okay, I'm doing this video. I never accused Elegushi of fathering Liam. Don't drag me into that nonsense. He's already arrested 2 people. If you open your mouth and say nonsense, he'll arrest you right there in Nigeria. I'm nowhere near Nigeria. Okay, I've moved on with my life. I'm a retired journalist. I'm a PR specialist. I'm doing a lot of work. I don't need the drama. Kabiyesi Elegushi, there was not any one time tí mo sọ pé Saheed, ẹ̀gbọ́n ni mo jẹ́ sí ẹ, 61 years old ni mí, even though you're a king, you're 49. There was not one time tí mo sọ nínú fídíò mi pé ìwọ ló father Liam. Mi ò dárúkọ ẹ fún hookup, mi ò dárúkọ ẹ fún fathering, but mo dárúkọ ẹ fún bí wọ́n ti invite because àwọn kan accuse her of it. And just to let you know, Iyabo àti Tonto Lọ́rùn Gistlover tó post pé Wunmi lọ sùn pẹ̀lú ọba kan. One of those screenshots Simo post Saheed said Otidison Liam has been your own. All this stuff is old news. A mere review with a but my book cannot be flagged by anybody. Because I make everybody money, so okay, YouTube.
So all along, all those things they've been coming out to say.
Òun náà ló release video yẹn, òun ló ti àwọn Domitila àbí kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ tó release
In fact,
video.
you know, it was an afterthought. You know what I heard from that his voice is like, okay, if you think you can do me this, I'll give you that. Like it's a tit for tat kind of thing. Like, okay, if you, you know, especially the moment when he said they started releasing old video. So I was even saying it here, okay, so you two, you went and,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
you know,
and did
as a matter of fact, I can bet it that he didn't have that video of Mohbad and Omowunmi before that time. It would be when he was with his people, maybe while they were talking, somebody would have said,
ẹgbẹ́ káwọn náà wá kíní ẹ̀.
èmi náà dẹ̀ ní kinní kan báyìí o, kinní kan, they will say, perfect. They also have their own WhatsApp group where they are orchestrating all of this agenda from and releasing it out into the public.
Bonnie Box, you want to join the conversation?
Yes, thank you so much. I just wanted to make a very quick observation and maybe contribution. Raja was talking, he was saying something, and everybody has been kind of like, expressing the same thing, that we were expecting some kind of empathy for him to at least show some emotion, something. But I think you can only do that if you are not a psychopath. I think this guy, if any clinical psychologist or anybody like that, looks at him and actually look at his history, his criminal history from the UK. I'm not sure whether he was deported to Nigeria or whatever the situation was. But this is somebody that has an extensive criminal history, first of all. So he abides in crime. And then he came to Nigeria and he saw that obviously there is less restriction in Nigeria. So Ayegbami, there is no need for him to be remorseful. There is no need for him to apologize. There is absolutely no need for him to say, okay, maybe I could have done better or be a better person. And the reason for that is because there is no accountability. He knows that if he plays his card right, that he can get away with everything. All he needs is to have the public behind him. Because it seems as though Nigeria is that there is the law, but public outcry, the government will dance to your tune. And then once you're able to sway the public and looks at this guy properly, I will be so surprised if he doesn't have some psychological or psychosocial diagnosis. To me, it looks like a psychopath. In the video that he did, dressed in black top, black sunglasses, this is a wannabe mafia, wannabe gangster, but he's not. And it's not very intelligent as it is. I mean, trying to say that, oh, yes, I was out of town, I was out of the country. You can hire somebody to kill somebody while you're out of town. So you being out of the country does not necessarily exclude you from being a perpetrator of the crime. Abby?
Yeah, you're right.
Especially the amount, how he had, the amount of evidence he had to provide to show he was
To
outside of the
show.
country. Like, what the? Oh God, I've
Exactly.
used the F word so much,
How
maybe
many
because I just
times?
woke up from a sleep. But the point is, why did you have to show us all those
Oh,
videos? Like,
exactly.
what are you emphasizing?
And it's so
Nobody
obvious that it is
contested.
the audience for him is not the
Yeah,
police, it's not the law. The audience is the public.
no one contested whether or not you were in the country. No one. So there was no need trying to overflog that aspect. As if, as if there's a cover up you're trying to do. As if you're trying to, mask over our thoughts to
Exactly.
say that I was out of the country. Oh, fuck.
Right. And I also think, Neil, this is my own personal thought, that how Omowumi recovered to the point that she is now is not something they counted on. How she did not end up crying on TikTok very well made it almost impossible for them to paint her as some girl or a woman that has no reference. Now they're trying to redirect to her, but like they say, Asho Obama Yemo, Omowumi is not on their level. The credibility she has, they can never even attain it now. So, but to all those people that are expecting apology or some remorse or anything, don't. Because these guys will never give it, because there's no need for them to be remorseful. That's just what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie Box.
Please, you can drop me.
Yeah, let's listen.
Shewa Mr. Pythagoras.
Apalami.
Shame.
That's your calling.
But okay, according to Google, so mo guess pé bóyá Naira ní tún ṣe interview ni torí mi mọ̀. But nǹkan tó bá yẹ pé ó sì Buster wá ṣe interview ni or tó wá ṣe whatever to Buster wá
Ó wá ṣe documentary ni.
Ó wá ṣe so ó dà pé bóyá nǹkan tó ń ṣe ni pé ṣé mo pé for how many years? For the past years, right? It has been on Omowumi, and every one of them wọ́n relax in one do. Ṣé mo bóyá torí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sì wọ́n ti ní pé ó kúrò lọ́rọ̀ Omowumi, and gbogbo àwọn tó gbéṣẹ́ fún àwọn yẹn ti ní àwọn ò lè ṣe mọ́, kò sí báwọn ṣe fẹ́ ṣe mọ́, àwọn èèyàn pin ẹ̀ ọ̀nà Omowumi mọ́, àwọn èèyàn pariwo Omowumi mọ́ pé kò sí nǹkan táwọn fẹ́. Bóyá torí ẹ̀ ló ń gangan fúnra rẹ̀ ṣe wá Buster kúkú tún wá sọ̀rọ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ pé kí aníṣẹ́ orí ọmọdé la fẹ́ dá ọ̀rọ̀ yìí padà sísẹ́ ọmọdé yìí òun náà ni àbí kí ni, because gbogbo 2 years àtìgbà tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n pariwo Omowumi kò lóun fẹ́ wá ṣàlàyé, àwọn wèrè tó kó jáde wọn láwọn fẹ́ wá ṣàlàyé, wọn láwọn fẹ́ sọ, they were enjoying it. Now tó wá rí pé everything is going back to the initial thing tó yẹ pé yes you bully this guy, ẹ wá ń Buster sí ìwọ gangan fúnra rẹ̀ tún padà ẹ tún wá ń Buster ẹ tún wá fẹ́ máa sọ pé no wọn láti padà sórí ọmọ yẹn ni.